August 2025. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Cute Pup Jesus says, you weren't even kidding. There's $15 US capture devices. Yes, as I said, the easy cap that most people are getting is like, $14, $15. I've probably got like 20 of them at this point because, setting up the live event. So they're not, listen, $15. I know it's not trivial and people have different circumstances. It's not a big deal. It's fine. All right, don't worry about it. Anyway, here we are. It is the semifinals. We have 2 matches left in the tournament. The winner of this will take on Pixel Andy in the finals. And on the left side of your screen, it is Dog playing Tetris. Qualified in with a 1.66 million. That is the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. So the average of his best 2 games was over a rollover in an hour. Seed number 2, and in virtue of that seed number 2, he got to skip rounds 1 and 2 and go right to the round of 16, where he defeated Dengler, and then went on to the round of 8 and defeated Walbant to get here to the semifinals. Dog is an 11-time Masters winner, 9 of them in the monthlies, 1 in Lone Star, and 1 in Mega Masters, the tournament of which he is the reigning champion. That is our annual championship. Dog is the reigning winner of that. Dog from the United States of America. He's got an overall PB of 29.4 million. That's in an uncapped game, of course. That is the current world record score. Heading into this tournament, he was the 3rd ranked player in the premier poll for August. I don't know what the September poll is. I haven't looked yet because as far as I'm concerned, it's still August. So he's also ranked 6th on the DAS poll that month. He's the 8th player to get the game crash, the 1st player to roll over the level counter. That's known as the rebirth, or at least the gym birth, right? Did it on the Tetris Gym tournament training cartridge. He's got those 11 Masters wins, including that one in Mega Masters this year. He's also, in his 4 times in the Mega Masters event, he's won it once, he's finished 2nd once, and he's been in the semifinals once as well. He won Lone Star in 2023. That is one of them. He's also won our DAS Masters event twice, and he is the reigning No Next Box World Champion. He won our No Next Box Stupid Tetris Monthly event for July, and he's got the world record in that category as well. So he's done a lot. Oh, by the way, did I also mention he's a 2-time CTWC champion as well? So he's done a lot of stuff. 380 for him. He's going to get a Tetris 403. 426 for Knight. And on the right side of your screen, it is Knight who qualified into seed number 6, and she got a 2-round bye as well, and defeated Cobra in the round of 16 and Blue Scooty in the round of 8. So that is a huge game in the round of 8 to get here to these semifinals. Knight is a former winner of our future circuit. That was in February of 2022. Knight has also been in CTWC's gold bracket 3 times. Was 10th in CTWC's Jonas Cup last year. Knight also played in Mega Masters twice and got her best finish in that event this year. Made it to the round of 16. You've also seen Knight in various regional tournaments, including Genesis earlier this year and their DAS tournament. And has been in the Masters event many, many times. And this is Knight's best performance in Masters so far. First time in the semifinals. And actually, this is her first time past the round of 8. So big transitions here for both these players. 600K for both here on 19. Dog with a good board. Knight with a board that needs a little bit of attention. 649 Knight, 669 for Dog. And did I mention that Knight is a Canadian, a known Canadian? So if you're keeping lists of Canadians, you can add Knight to the list. I'm going to add her to mine. Yeah, openly Canadian and known to consort with Canadians. 801 for Dog. Tetris down the middle for Knight. 786. Yeah, oh, see, people in chat didn't know she's Canadian, so that changes. Everybody's rooting differently now. All right, Tetris for Knight, 851, 866 for Dog. And there's a Tetris Knight, 881. Big rivalry, of course, between the United States and Canada. You know, oh my God, we're always so much at odds. So dumb. So dumb. All right, triple into a Tetris for Dog, 913, 914 for Knight. There's no anti-Canadian slander. We're just stating facts. I'm calmly reciting facts. Chat goes ballistic as commentator calmly recites facts. Both players have maxed out now. 26 for Dog, A79 for Knight, level 27. N-Dog still trying to pump up that prize pool. We've got an open challenge from N-Dog. If we get to 2,800 in the prize pool, N-Dog has pledged another $200. That would get us to 3,000. So don't let this pledge fall by the wayside if you can at all afford it. You know, 5s, 10s, whatever you got. It's a big prize pool, but okay. Knight in at almost a 1.2. Beeve 91 right now for Knight. Dog in with about A71, something like that. Dog back by about 10 lines. Tetris for Dog, B11. He's back by 100,000 points and 10 lines. This is a best of 5. First player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. It goes to the finals. Knight with a Tetris C58. Okay, Knight board starting to climb that long bar. Very welcome. Knight's going to open up that right side long bar over Tetris Knight. D09. B76 for Dog. 10 lines back. Dog going to bring that down with a triple knight. D70 here, but a gap in the stack kind of preventing her from taking burns. And getting high centered now, and this, I'm not sure she's going to survive it. No, that is going to be a topo for knight at D73. The chase down target for Dog is D74. So D74 target for Dog. And Longbar gets down the middle. He's set up for Tetris. Longbar over Tetris. Dog D47. He's one away. He's got 30 lines to get there, so he can pick and choose, but really just concerned with surviving right now. And now he's under 14,000, so he can just kind of single and double and just get there. Conservative play, just a couple thousand points away now. And there's a double. That will do it. Dog is going to take game number 1. All right, another Tetris. Dog into 39 with a 1.53 million, which is going to kill his fair median score. Imagine only scoring a 1.5 in comp, my word. It's good to have a backup controller, or at least additional pieces and parts that you can cobble together. But the problem is you got to break them in, you know? So, you know, you can't just smoothly ask any of the good players. Me, it doesn't matter. But ask any of the good players, you cannot just smoothly transition from one controller to another, at least right now. Maybe when those padless controllers come out, you know, assuming they'll be allowed by Big Tetris. I am Big Tetris. I'm not. We're the little guy. Do you understand? We're the little guy. I mean, maybe the big Tetris people can afford to exclude players based on controller, but I can't afford to do that, so we got to be inclusive. We had a $50 super chat from Ndog. Ndog said, here's a little for the channel. Keep up the work. Notice he didn't say keep up the good work. He just said keep up the work. Like, we recognize it's work, but it's not particularly good work. Thank you, Ndog. Really appreciate it. I wouldn't disagree with you at all. Thank you, Ndog. Really appreciate the super chat. 65,000 here for Dog. 190 for Knight. So Knight with a big lead right now. About 140,000 points. Yeah, keep up the work. I love that. Oh my God. I will keep up the work. All right, 260 for Knight, 123 for Dog. Still about 137,000 point lead early on. But Dog's board back in scoring shape. All right, 172 Dog, 307 for Knight. Pixel Andy is waiting to play one of these players. According to my crack research staff, these two have not played in an open format. They've played in DAS Champions League, but they have not played against one another in an open format, which is surprising to me. Now, that's just what is tracked in the match database. But there's some stuff that's in there. You know, there's like Wars, Classic Tetris Wars, and Gauntlet sometimes doesn't make it in there. And so who knows? But at least in terms of like CTL, CTM, medium Tetris, they have not faced each other. Wait, Guafi doesn't know we don't have third place. Oh, rip. Guafi, we'll give you honorary third place. Because it means so much to you. You can have it. 347 for Dog, 483 for Knight. Right, Mr. Moonstruck says, I'm really liking Knight's stacking so far. All right, long bar over Tetris Knight, 530, 392 for Dog. So scuffling a little bit in this one just due to a kind of a rough start. But really, it's that 140,000 that he was behind early. And that's about where it is now. So really, they've kept pace with one another since that early start. Yeah, when is Hartford? 582 for Knight into 19. There's another Tetris Knight. There's one for Dog, 454. There's a Tetris Knight, 631, level 20, 2 lines ahead of Dog. Yeah, still about, 130,000 point lead, something like that for Knight. Tetris Dog, 552. There's one Knight, 684. All right, Knight with a little bit of cleanup to do on this board. This has allowed Dog to sort of get back into it a little bit. Tetris for Dog, 1 line apart. Dog back now only by about 33,000 points. So he's cut this lead like 100, 110,000. You're going to have to take some burns here, though. Knight, gets a long bar over to that left side, but has 4 rows of garbage on top of that column 10 well. And now Dog in a little bit of a slowdown. A triple and a Tetris for Knight, 792. So she's going to maintain the lead. And a triple and a Tetris for Dog. 785 for him. 857 for Knight. Oh, misdrop of the Z piece for Knight. That's going to slow her down a bit. Tetris Dog, 840. So 40,000 points back and 7 lines back. So it's actually closer now. And in fact, it's pretty much tied pace-wise. If we had all those fancy statistics that big Tetris has, like, you know, Classic Tetris League, then we could show you that. But all right, Tetris for Dog into 29 at 9:49. Knight is in at about 9:56. Tetris for Dog A01, Knight A00. And yeah, a little bit of a tough situation here. Dog with the lead for the first time in this match, and a good board here on 29. So Knight still down stacking here. Dog now out to almost 100,000 point lead, and Knight, oh no, this is going to be really tough. And no, that is going to be a top out for Knight. And Dog is good in game number 2. And he's going to go up 2 games to none. Someone asked, what determines a player to be in 3rd or 4th place? Well, we don't distinguish in CTM anymore. In the early days, we used to do that. Anyway, use the Matcherino command while you're watching live. That will bring up the links. I still have Tap Masters and Stupid Tetris Monthly in there. We got to pay those out. Got to pay out DAS as well. But those are still open if you care about those. But yeah, if you want to unlock another 200 courtesy of N-Dog, do that Masters one. And thank you so much, N-Dog, for all the contributions you've made this month. Really appreciate it. All right, we are underway here in game number 3. Dog looking to seal this right now. He's going to misdrop a Z piece. That's going to slow him down a little bit. And this is going to allow Knight to take a lead. And I feel like Dog doesn't mind being behind in score, generally speaking. On some level, I mean, obviously you want to be ahead, but on some level, I think he's kind of indifferent. Mari has gifted a membership over on YouTube. So thank you, Mari Oguzhan. You are the recipient of that gift membership. So make sure to give a thanks to Mari and really appreciate that. When do the prize pools get paid out? Usually, you know, I try to let the finals hit on YouTube before we pay it out. But honestly, like YouTube VOD watchers, they don't necessarily, they're not they seem a little more removed from things than the people who watch live, I guess. But they are part of this, right? I mean, you are part of this. All right, 298 for Knight, 304 for Dog. I was trying to find a diplomatic way to phrase all that. So yeah, we usually try to let the finals hit YouTube. Mad Pear with the $5 contribution. Thank you, Mad Pear. Priming the pump a little bit. Means we're 139 away from unlocking that bonus. 353 for Dog, 366 for Knight. Knight a little bit ahead in lines, though, so I think essentially tied. If the goal is hit as the finals are ending, will the donation link still work? Yes, they will. They will. All right, 446 for Dog, 459 for Knight. And Knight with some holes in the board. Taking care of them, though. So I think in this match so far, I think this is the closest like 18 has been. I think if I am remembering correctly, Dog was kind of behind in both of those 18s in the previous two matches. So. All right, a little misdrop there for Knight. Mushy Flaps, first time chatter, says, just got out of the hospital. Big toe got amputated? Really? Oh my word. That is a crazy first time chat. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing, but you know, you're putting it in chat, and so I guess F's in chat for the toe. $549 for Knight, $587 for Dog. Knight on 19 now. I think that's a first for the channel. Somebody reporting an amputation. So I hope you are well. 612 for Dog. Waiting on that bar so we can transition into 19. There you go. Bar in, and Dog is in at 637. Speed is increased by 50%. Hummus 5 Eva says, they make it look so easy. First time chat. Thank you, Hummus. All right, nifty little burn there for Dog. Tetris for him, 715. 702 for Knight. Dog in the lead in score by a small amount, and also he's got the lines in hand as well. Oh, it was a work crush accident. Oh, no. Yikes, Stripes. Did they give you the day off, at least? My word. God, I mean, it's not funny, but it's just kind of a weird conversation to have in this chat. Tetris for Knight, 852. 781 for Dog. You have many days off. Okay, good. So weird. I was just watching yesterday the Mythbusters, steel toe boots test that they did. That came up just yesterday. $916 for Knight, $898 for Dog. Oh, this is tough. This is going to be tough for Knight. And, this is doable, but it can be a little tricky. Oh, Knight flings that long bar to the left. Oh, my goodness. Pieces not the friendliest. Oh, but there's a good one. Okay. And it looks like Knight, if she can get this long bar real quick. Yeah, there it is. And Knight will survive and maintain the score lead, but, is ahead 17 lines. They both have maxed out. They're just a few thousand points apart. Dog's still on 26. I bashed my toe up pretty badly last spring, and it hurt for like months. I'm sure I broke something, but I'm a Tetris host. It's not like I can go to the doctor. All right, long bar over Tetris Night, B36, B54 for Dog. Dog's still on 28, and Knight's board, and that is going to do it for Knight. Dog, you are good in game number 3. Knight, you played great. Your best performance so far in CTM, so congratulations on that. Hope to see you again in future months. And, good to see people improve. I'll go ahead and report this to the proper Tetris authorities. Now, here's a question. These guys, kind of share. They have 2 capture cards. One is good, one is sketchy. Who gets the bad one? Who gets the good one? Can we even get through a match between these two? I guess we'll see. Dog, E93 on 35 is 2 Tetrises away from the rollover, or just 1 and whatever points he gets along the way. So anyway, GG's Knight, again, played great. Hold your head up high, everything to be proud of. Top 4 in 2025 is really good achievement, so congrats. And Dog's got the rollover and more. And it's almost like kind of nice when like you top out early and your opponent just gets the rollover, because you're like, yeah, I was nowhere close. Although Knight has a 3.49, so it's not like Knight is chopped liver by any means. But it's like, if you were going to do that, then... all right, GG's. Okay, we're going to go ahead and, our number 1 and number 2 seed. Who would have thought? Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest Classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.